Good morning, Pastor Steve here. Hebrews 7:26. For such a high priest was fitting for us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and has become higher than the heavens, who does not daily, as those high priests, need to offer up sacrifices, first for his own sin and then for the people. For this he did once for all when he offered up himself. For the law appoints as high priests men who have weaknesses, but the word of the oath which came after the law appoints the Son who has been perfected forever. I love that song, No, No, He Never Lets Go. When we read the book, we get stopped by warnings in this book and some intimidating thoughts. But look at the whole book. Look at the better revelation, the better mediator, the better priest. I like what John Piper says. He said, I strongly encourage anyone who may be stumbling over the warnings of chapter 6, 10, and 12 to read the whole book, beginning to end. Let yourself be swept up in the superiority of Christ over angels, the superiority of Christ over Moses, the superiority of Christ over Old Testament priests, the superiority of Christ over Melchizedek. Let yourself be swept up into the fact that his covenant is a better covenant, his promises are better promises, and his sacrifice is a better sacrifice. This book is a volcano, an overflowing volcano of spectacular provisions of God through Christ to save the worst of sinners. Yes, it is. Let this be the primary impact of the book of Hebrews. He loves me. That is a point that I have struggled with my whole life. This better eternal high priest, this one who's holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, loves me. I often say there are two great wonders in my life. The second one is that my wife of now 45 years, who knows me, who's seen me at my worst, and knows most of the secrets of this old sinful heart, loves me. That is still a great wonder to me. I want to love like that. And then number one on the list is that the eternal God, the everlasting Father, the one who is total otherness, the holy high God who cannot stand the presence of sin, loves me too. A trio called the White Sisters in my youth sang a song by Beatrice Bixler. I am not worthy the least of his favor, but Jesus left heaven for me. The Word became flesh and he died as my Savior, forsaken on dark Calvary. I am not worthy the least of his favor, but in the beloved I stand. Now I'm an heir with my wonderful Savior, and all things are mine at his hand. I am not worthy the least of his favor, but he is preparing a place where I shall dwell with my glorified Savior forever to look on his face. In the chorus, I am not worthy. This dull tongue repeats it. I am not worthy. This glad heart beats it. Jesus left heaven to die in my place. What mercy, what love, and what grace. Oh, my dear listeners, you ponder that.